Hello there, boys and girls and families. I can't believe how much has happened in the last few weeks of spring break. Who would have ever thought that we would be coming back and doing e-learning as opposed to being in our classroom? So I'm very, very disappointed about that. And I'm hoping and praying that we will be able to go back in May and be able to finish out a fantastic third grade year. In the meantime, we're going to try to keep us learning a little bit, our brains exercising as Mrs. Poe is wanting us to do, and also just kind of keeping us on track for third grade and being ready for fourth grade. This will be a little different than other e-learning days where we had all of our activities listed on Seesaw in order and you just had to start at the top and go through the bottom. So make sure that you do keep going back to the e-learning app and looking at those plans. Although I do plan to put everything into my folder on Seesaw so that you'll be able to have access to that. So I sent out a Google document earlier and thought it would probably be a lot easier just to come online and for one, so you guys could see me, and also to be able to kind of read through that so that students understand everything because it's a lot of words there. So I really, really missed all of you. It's been a tough few weeks, but over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to have the opportunity to see you guys in videos and see your work and show that you're progressing. The good news out of all this is there's no state testing for this year. The governor announced that as well as the President of the United States, so that takes a little bit of pressure off all of us. I will say that the best way to contact me during the day, I would say 8 to 8, would be through Remind. Those messages go straight to my phone as a text message, so I see those pretty much right away. Unless I'm driving or something like that, which I won't be doing much of. So you can also message through Seesaw. That would be through your parents though. And my email, frichards@flatrock.k12.in.us. There's actually an email feature in your Achieve and your Alex. There's like a little envelope up there icon that you could email through there. I will check those, but we've never used those before. Lessons learned, I'll be teaching our third graders next year how to use those. So I'll be available most days during the school day, but no matter what, I will return messages within 24 hours, except possibly the weekends. Although right now we're not doing anything anyway, so I'm pretty much available to you except for when I'm sleeping. Thankfully, our administration, Mrs. Poe and Mr. Price, has alleviated some of the stress of trying to continue through all of our teaching through the e-learning. They don't want this to be a stressful time for you or your parents. Everyone has a lot going on right now. And so back to just exercising your brain and continuing some of that learning. I promise you, if you complete the work that's listed on the plans, especially going through Alex and trying to get that third grade pie filled up, you will be ready for fourth grade. Achieve is a constant review of all the standards and things that we cover in third grade, so those will be excellent as well. The Seesaw activities are just kind of good review activities and a few things that are a little bit new. iExcel, the same thing. Some of those will be new skills to kind of help you get a little bit more prepped for fourth grade. So, first big change is that, like I said before, your Seesaw will not be your only lessons this time. Okay, there's going to be other work to do. So each day you will want to go on to the e-learning app on your iPad and click on that and click on third grade. That first page just kind of gives you contact information, a little note. There's a little bit of video from your third grade teachers, and then you'll go to the top and it says click here for lessons through March 25th, and you'll click on that and that will take you straight to the third grade planning page. All of our plans are actually listed up there. There's a chance we'll make changes as time goes, seeing how things go, because some of you guys have gotten right to work, so we might need to have to add a little bit more there. You'll see 2 days of plans for this week since it's only a 3-day school week. And then after that, you'll have 3 days of plans after that. All lessons should be turned in on Friday. So we should be able to go on to Alex and see that you've completed your topics. We should be able to see if you had quick tables time assigned, we should be able to see that. If you have achieved lessons, we should be able to see those. IXL, we should be able to see exactly what you've done. The Seesaw lessons, of course, we should also be able to see those. We want to make sure you realize that this is not a race to finish through that work. A lot of you have already gotten started, which is awesome, but we want to see quality work. We want to see that you are showing us 4th grade work at this point. And so we will be having high expectations. We will be going in, making comments on what you turn in. You might have to go back and edit it and fix things because we want this to be a learning experience, not a race to finish. We have minimal work assigned based on directions from Mrs. Poe and Mr. Price. So we need your cooperation to do your best work on everything you do. Give 110% for the minimal work that we've assigned you. So on Fridays, we'll be checking all of those things off to make sure that everything is done. On Alex, you will be able to complete your knowledge checks at home now. Obviously, we're not at school. We can't stop you. But just a reminder that you should not get any help from brothers, sisters, moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, anybody at all. Okay? We still need to know what you know, not what other people can help you with. If you don't do the greatest on the knowledge checks, it just sends you back and has you review those skills you need to work on. And so that's what's important at this point. We haven't used MobyMax a lot this year, but that is available to you. I just wanted to remind you that school code is IN827, and then your normal username and password. Almost everything you log into will be your normal username and password. So hopefully everyone has that. If not, you can message me. On the lesson plans, you'll have a reading and a math every day. And then at the bottom, it has other. It's just a reminder to work on those facts because the 4th grade teachers have told us time and time again that the one thing they want you to go to 4th grade knowing is your multiplication facts. So we were just kind of getting going with that. And so you need to be practicing those on the Alex Quick Tables and MobyMax Fact Fluency. Multiplication.com is another way to practice as extra work. There's also a nice little chart there of lots of activities that are free and available to families this time. As much as what's going on in the world is a crisis and not a good thing, what has come out of it is everyone's pitching in to make sure that you kids have opportunities that we've never had before. So you have free access to a lot of different programs out there that have opened up, including Epic. So now you can use Epic at home and be able to enjoy reading. So on top of your lessons, I do want you to continue reading 20 minutes a day, most days during the week. There'll be times when I'm going to be coming in and giving you some fun challenges and a little extra work to do so that we can communicate with one another and with each other. And that way you'll have books to be able to talk about during that time. So make sure you do some reading as well. If you did not get the email from Epic, let me know. So, I did add some new journals to our class list. Basically, they're students' journals, but they're not. They're from myself, so that's where all of my important information, videos, announcements, weekly plans, all that will go right there for you. There's also a folder for Mrs. Poe for district information that goes there, and her videos as well that she's been posting on Facebook. I'm going to have a read aloud folder, so you can go there and we're going to continue in Charlotte's Web, and hopefully you will enjoy that. There's also going to be a folder for just miscellaneous videos because Mrs. Poe is going to be posting some teacher Facebook videos, and I want to make sure that if you parents don't have Facebook, then you'll be able to still see those. Then, now to the fun stuff. So each week, a few times, I will be asking a question or giving a challenge or having you do a Kahoot or go onto Flipgrids and try those out. And that's where you're going to be able to have extra post and comments, because a lot of The random posts that have already started and the random comments will be deleted. I'm not going to approve all of those because the Seesaw is mainly for our work, but every once in a while we'll add something fun to that. So make sure you check my folder that says Ms. Richards. Check that every time you go into Seesaw so that you can check that out. I had hoped to eventually be like a live meeting, like a class, using Zoom, but we did not get that app on the iPads. So they are looking at other ways that we'll be able to do that, and so hopefully at some point we'll be able to sit in front of screens and see each other and talk to each other in live time. Just one more thing about Seesaw with approvals. I probably will not be approving most things until Fridays because that's when most people's work will be turned in, because I don't really want everyone to see other people's work as they're working on theirs. So unless you have to fix some things, most of the work will not be approved till Friday. So keep that in mind. And all of this information is on a document in my folder, so if you need to go back and look at it, you can. If you've not received your iPads yet, please let me know. I encourage you to use the Grab and Go lunch service. That's in the District Mrs. Poe's folder. You can take a look at that. And I hope that my next announcements are not quite this long. However, I want you guys to know how much I miss you, and I hope all is well and that you have had some good family time. And I look forward to hearing more from you in our post. Good night.